You lie awake in bed, staring at your phone's blue glow. Outside your window is silence, but in that very moment, somewhere on the interstate, a lone trucker might be doing the exact same thing from their cab. Every night millions of us in modern life have instant light, connection, and comfort at our fingertips. But on the open road, life is different. You open your fridge without a second thought, yet everything in it was delivered by people who spend weeks in solitude driving coast to coast. Truckers like those quietly humming on CB radio once said, if you bought it, we brought it star. And so we ask, who are these road-bound strangers? What goes through their heads as headlights blur past? In the next moments, we'll pull back the curtain on that hidden world. We'll begin with the familiar, our cozy, stationary lives, and then contrast it with the ancient reality of constant motion and darkness before electricity. We'll see how modern science and history reveal surprising truths about life between stations. Each morning in America, 10 million trucks rumble onto highways, carrying everything from Amazon boxes to groceries. But being a long-haul trucker is anything but glamorous. For decades, researchers have spoken directly with drivers about their lives. They describe a grueling, often thankless job. Nearly everyone eats, sleeps, and thinks alone on the road. Drivers spend weeks away from family sharing only the company of endless blacktop and the hum of the engine. Morning plans and bedtime routines disappear into logbooks and fuel stops. The social isolation can be intense. One study bluntly reports that truck drivers experience loneliness and isolation and the emotional toll is heavy. Researchers even note that, among occupations, truckers rank fourth in suicide rates. The odds of missed meals, exhaustion, and heart trouble rise when solitude becomes the landscape of every day. Yet these drivers didn't always see themselves as victims of fate. In the golden age of highway trucking, roughly mid-20th century, independent truckers believed they were captains of their own fate. Country songs painted them as folk heroes, 6 days on the road, a Peterbilt and a widow's smile, chasing freedom and country horizons. Photographs from the 1970s show rough-and-tumble men at dusty truck stops, coffee mugs in hand, faces creased by sun and life. They slept in sleeping berths or even on the ground by their rigs, tired but unbowed. In those days, the road itself was the mythology. But then oil crises hit, speed limits changed, and regulations tightened. By the 1980s, the owner-operators of old were fading like general stores and soda fountains. The union between man and machine was fracturing under time clocks and new electronic logs. Meanwhile, another kind of traveler rode steel rails. For centuries, passengers on long-distance trains have lived a life of in-between, moving yet motionless, en route to somewhere. Imagine boarding an overnight train under a night sky. You're cradled in your berth as the locomotive chugs into darkness. There are no bills to pay, no meetings tomorrow, only the rhythm of wheels on track. One writer, traveling 18,000 miles by train across Canada, captured it best. In those days before smartphones tethered us, 3 days and 3 nights, with nothing to do but read, eat, sleep, watch the passing landscape, and talk to people. There will be no telephone calls, no mail, no TV. No identity save what I create out of whole cloth during this passage. If not heaven, this is at least the opportunity to be temporarily born again. That feeling of being reborn on the rails is more than poetic. Psychologists note that train travel can induce a flow state where the journey's own pace washes over the mind. You're literally moving without making decisions. No steering wheel, no traffic lights. This unhurried motion absorbs travelers into its own order, causing you to forget the world outside the window. You might find yourself lost in thought inspired by endless vistas, or even striking up a quiet conversation with a stranger in the dining car. And yes, those strangers have stories. One traveler remembered sitting in a lounge car and hearing enchanting tales, an elderly woman traveling to reunite with a sister she hadn't seen in 30 years, a retired couple still glowing after meeting their newborn grandchild on this very trip. In a way, the train is a moving confessional, You can sip coffee and share life stories with complete strangers, then close your eyes and disappear into your sleeper. As one introvert put it, being on a train is like being at a party where you can retire to your bedroom and shut the door whenever you want. It's social and solitary all at once. Why do these modes of travel provoke such extremes? Scientists studying extreme jobs and long journeys find clues in brain chemistry and culture. Chronic isolation can harm us. Social disconnection raises stress hormones and can even shrink memory centers over time. Studies note that loneliness impairs focus and can exacerbate sleep deprivation. It makes sense. The mind craves human contact, so being cooped up with only metal and asphalt for miles can fray nerves. One report warns that constant solitude on the highway is linked to fatigue, high blood pressure, and even depression. On the other hand, the same solitude can foster unexpected creativity. Think of that quiet room on wheels again. Free from the usual demands, no phone calls, no supervisors, travelers often find space to reflect. They notice things. The tiniest detail of a desert sunset, or an overheard line from a song, or the silent kindness of a brakeman. As travel writer Tony Hiss puts it, while your body moves on a pre-laid track, the mind can nibble on it, energized, untethered, unhurried, and protected. In both the cab of a truck and a sleeper car, the rhythm of the road or rails becomes a kind of meditation. You might sleep in bursts, like the biphasic sleep our ancestors practiced, or write poetry by way of late-night blog posts. Across truck stops and train stations, a transient community forms. People who never stay long but share a fleeting camaraderie. A diner in South Dakota might host weary truckers and ticketed passengers alike, all swapping stories over coffee. For a few hours, they're co-travelers. They might never meet again, but a joke and a nod create a small human bond. Anthropologists observe that even in the age of isolating screens, our ancient instinct for community clings to life. On long routes, strangers become momentary kin. Yet, here's a hidden truth. Modern society seldom notices or values these passing communities. We talk about essential workers but rarely wonder about their nights. We binge-watch highway accident dramas but don't sit with an actual trucker at the diner. Something important was forgotten about life on the move. We imagine solitude as a burden rather than a choice or even a gift. Meanwhile, science and history remind us that humanity's roots were never stationary. We evolved walking under open skies, telling stories by campfire, moving with the seasons. Now we turn off our brains at a switch. Back then, switch meant lights out and a world of stars. Ultimately, the story of the highway and the railroad is also the story of us. These travelers in rolling solitude challenge our assumptions of convenience. They carry on their cabins centuries of human rhythms, fatigue, reflection, storytelling, that our lit-up world has largely replaced. They endure darkness and lonesome miles so that we can have everything just a click away. We have traded that wild, open journey for instant fulfillment, and most of us never even knew what was lost. Tonight, as you flick off your bedside lamp and sleep soundly, spare a thought. Somewhere out there an engine hums softly into the void. The driver is a silent witness to the night, alive in a quiet story we'll never tell.